Hi guys, Viking Reefing here. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've been teasing a new build for quite some time. And the time has finally come to unveil the Nyos Opus 300 Pro. This is the Generation 2 tank. As I've said, I've been teasing it for quite some time. I've had a summer holiday now for about 4 weeks. And I thought that I would be, well, basically done about 2 or 3 weeks ago. But I live in a quite a large house with a large garden, so various projects have been sucking up my time. So unfortunately this has taken a bit longer than expected, but now we're finally here. My idea is that this will be a continuous build series where I show off the different aspects of this tank. And this first episode will be basically showing off the tank. I would really appreciate it if you would find it in your hearts to give me a like on this video. It really helps me out in the algorithm and, well, basically spreads the video around. So, the tank. This was kindly provided to me by the Nyos team, which I'm very thankful for, so big shout out to them. The reason why I went with the Nyos Opus is that it basically has all the features that I want from a tank. And I had my sights set on going for a custom build when I started thinking about this tank and making up the plans for it, because I couldn't find any options on the market that had what I wanted. The main points that I really wanted was a shadow overflow box, so the overflow box isn't sitting inside the tank. My personal opinion is that that looks quite horrible. It takes up valuable tank space, and it really messes up the flow in the tank, because you generally want flow going like behind the aquascape and stuff. The big box that sticks out just messes that up. And I also wanted clear silicone, because I think that looks a lot neater. On my big custom tank, I went with black silicone. I've always done clear in the past, and in my opinion, that was a huge mistake. I really don't like the look of the black silicone. It's very, it sticks out like a sore thumb. This is very minimalistic and looks great. I have no idea why this is the single option on the market for a tank lid like this. It has the shadow overflow box. It has the very nice clear silicone. Oh, and the silicone work, by the way, is flawless. I'll show you that in a second. It's also the perfect size for what I'm thinking to do with this tank. The tank itself, I believe it's 90 centimeters wide, 55 centimeters deep, and 53 centimeters high, and that amounts to 263 liters, I believe. What I will be doing with this tank is that it will be mainly focused on stuff that I can't really keep in the big tank. So it will be predominantly LPS, feather dusters, some rock flower anemones, and very small fish. I will have almost not really a floating aquascape. You can see I have something here. I'll be going into more detail in regards to the aquascape in the next episode, but it's a fairly unique way of aquascaping. But it will basically be an arch that goes from here over here. The Nyos Opus also has, the Pro version, I should say, also has a hidden sand edge. So the front doors will hide the edge of the sand, and that's something that I also really detest, seeing the edge of the sand bed pushing against the glass. That really takes away from the overall neatness of the tank, in my opinion. So that's also very good. I did that myself on my big tank. When I cut out the acrylic sheets, I put them a couple of centimeters above where the tank starts, so I hid the sand bed there as well. As you can see, there's nothing in here. And you would probably expect that there would be a sump back here. It does come with a very nice sump and an ATO container and all the plumbing that you need. But I've opted to go and customize the plumbing, and I will actually be using my existing sump. So I have drilled, let's see here, holes through the wall, and the plumbing goes into my sump room. And I will be showing you how it actually looks right now. So here's the plumbing of the Nyos Opus. So it comes standard with already plumbing. It's all cemented together, and you just basically screw up into these things. You have an O-ring here, which will keep it from leaking. Then they go down here into the Nyos sump, but since I will be using my existing sump on this side of the wall, focus, there we go. I've drilled holes here, and I've had to do a couple of 90s here, so have to modify the plumbing somewhat. It comes with screw-on PVC. Let's see here if I can get it loose. Right-handed, that might help. There we go. Let's see here. Keep screwing. The good thing about this is it's all standardized. So these are 20 millimeters and this is 32 millimeters. So it's not some weird proprietary sizing. So you can easily modify this plumbing. And as I said, it comes with these screw-on things, and they have O-rings here. This one is screwed into place. I already have on this one, but I will be putting silicone grease on these. Nyos doesn't tell you to do that, but I find that over time, if you don't put any grease on the O-rings, they tend to leak, so I really want to avoid that. I also love the very beefy look of the stand. So it's quite thick and it's very sturdy. It's not something cheap that you'll find on a lot of tank stands, unfortunately. So it's extremely sturdy. It was also very easy to build. I'll crop in a video of me and my brother putting this thing together. Unfortunately, most of the building process was out of focus, so I just managed to catch a very small bit of it. But yeah, you'll see how it looks. As it is a tank with a shadow overflow, you need some space behind the tank, but I actually think that's good as well, because I tend to want to be able to reach behind my tanks, for example, to put pumps and stuff here. So I see no reason why I would want it flush against the wall. This is slightly a lot more out than it would really be needed in most cases, since I have a power outlet down here, so it sticks out about 5 centimeters more than your application might have. Something that also took some time was that in here there's a vent pipe, which basically goes down here, and that looked really horrible, and I didn't want to see that next to this very nice tank, so I had to build this box to cover it. And this was a fairly interesting cutout to make, but it actually worked out in the end. It was very nice. So if we have a look at the actual placement in the room, it will be like this, so you can actually see my big tank through this tank. So this looks really nice in my opinion. I can't wait to get water in this thing. I'll probably finish up the plumbing today, and hopefully by tomorrow I'll have water in it and escaped it as well. As I said, the silicone work is freaking flawless. Have a look at this. No very thick seams or anything like that. Just looks great. No silicone seams sticking out where it can bump like your razor blade scrape or anything. In terms of the shadow overflow box, you have the return nozzle. You have the main drain down here, and you have the emergency drain here. You can easily unscrew this as well if you want to clean it. And you have a duct bill on here. It comes with more lock line, and so if you for some reason want to be able to have it over here or something, push it further out, you can do that as well. Since this is standard lock line, it's fairly easy to find different return nozzles if this doesn't really fit your style of wants and needs on a return nozzle. The overflow itself can handle around 2,000 liters per hour. So I won't be putting that much tank turnover through this. I see no reason why we would have 10 times tank turnover, or at least almost like 8 times. I'll probably go for like 4 or 5 at the max. So I hope you enjoyed this first look at the Nyos Opus 300 Pro. This will be a very exciting project. If you know anything about my history in reefing, I've basically never kept a lot of LPS corals. I've never kept like a micromusa, for example, or a Trichophilia. So this will be very interesting. As I said, the next episode will be the escape of the tank. The episode after that will most likely be lighting, then flow, and then I'll slowly start adding livestock and I'll document that as well. And this will be a continuous series, so we will follow the progression of this tank. So please subscribe for that if you're interested, and hit the notification bell so don't miss out on the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. I'll get to escaping this tank now, and I'll see you in a little bit. Bye!